Hi everybody, it's Sarah Willis again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Wetiko polarities and what I mean by that. In my other videos I say a lot, the Wetiko and the feminine, the Wetiko and the masculine. Some of you may be wondering, what does she mean? What is she talking about? So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in this video. So Wetiko is a counterfeit cannibalistic spirit. It's a psycho-spiritual paradoxical mind virus. And when I say polarities, I'm referring to a person's polarity, not their gender, but their polarity. There's two genders, male and female. There's two polarities, masculine and feminine. Some female humans are feminine polarity people. And there's some females that are masculine polarity people, and vice versa. There's some male people who are masculine polarity people, and there's some male people who are also feminine polarity people. And I'm going to make another video about the more how to determine or the traits of feminine and masculine. I've said in my other videos we have access to both, but we're dominant in one or the other. And I think it's really clever that the creator put the polarities in both the sexes, because I don't think the human race would have lasted as long as it has. So if you have any questions, definitely write them down below. If you're going to reach out to me and send me an email, if you want to talk about this, or if you want more clarification, just let me know. I'm trying to shed light on this, not make it more confusing. So again, there's two polarities, and they exist in both the genders. Okay, so Wetiko in the feminine polarity, or people who are feminine dominant polarity people. I guess a good way to sum it up, there's more to it than just this, but essentially a feminine polarity person is outward focused, where a masculine is inward focused. It's more nuanced than that, but essentially that's the core of it. So Wetiko in the feminine polarity is known as self-love deficit, codependency, or being a codependent, an empath, having bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder. In Christianese, it's called the Ahab spirit. It's the false self of the martyr, the victim, and the slave. I call this the spirit of rejection. It's all different words for the same thing, which is Wetiko in feminine polarity people, spirit of rejection. And Wetiko, a masculine polarity people, is known as narcissistic personality disorder, Jezebel spirit, and that's interesting because Queen Jezebel was a female, but she had a masculine polarity, whereas King Ahab was a feminine polarity. It's the false self of the chaos sorcerer, the emotional manipulator, and the master illusionist. And here's where it might get a little confusing. So all narcissists are also borderline, but not all narcissists all narcissists are also borderlines, but not all borderlines are narcissists. And I have a little visual in a moment. So feminine polarity people, spirit of rejection, and the wife, the spirit of rebellion. So it's the same thing, but just the polar opposite. Hopefully that makes sense. Wetiko in the masculine polarity seeks power and control. And Wetiko in the feminine polarity seeks validation and approval. So the sacred feminine principle, this kind of explains the polarities, the feminine polarity. They're ruled by, or their constitution is ruled by the non-aggression principle. which means they do no harm. So feminine polarity people operate from the sacred feminine principle of non-aggression. So if they're carrying any toxicity, they won't hurt anybody. Whereas the sacred masculine principle of people, masculine polarity people, are ruled by the self-preservation or the self-defense principle. And I was severely lacking this because I was polarized. So I didn't have this principle. But now I have both. I have the non-aggression, non-aggression, and so this is do no harm, take no shit, basically. Hopefully you can see that. I was gonna make this video a lot longer, but I'm just gonna make more videos in the future to explain this. But this has really helped me understand human beings and their behavior patterns, not to take it personally, and to have most importantly, to have compassion. When you have wisdom, you naturally are more compassionate. And this wisdom that I've shared with you, what I've learned, has allowed me to have more compassion. And that unlocks us from toxicity and helps dispel Wetiko as well. Yeah, there's so much more to say on the subject. I'll be making videos for like ever. I think it's really critical that we understand these polarities and the Wetiko in each polarity. Shout out to all the people I've worked with in the past. Oh, I just dropped some paperwork. It's been a joy and an honor and a blessing to work with all of you, and I look forward to serving more of you in this community. And again, if you want to reach out, email me, and if you have a question or a comment, write it down below. Much love. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.